Hello everyone and welcome to Commsverse. In this short video, I will share you concrete tips and tricks of how you can calculate the return on investment in Teams user adoption. My name is Karolina Kettukari. I'm from Finland. I would have loved to be here today in Britain, but unfortunately I'm on holiday. I work as the modern work lead at Meltlake, and I'm also Microsoft MVP in Office apps and services. You can follow me in Twitter or in LinkedIn, and look at this super cool shirt! Yay! Anything but ordinary. But let's get down to the business. If you haven't yet read my article in the Commsverse Delegate Magazine, go and read it now. There is a great introduction to user adoption return on investment and lots of examples from different studies regarding why Teams adoption is not only about technology, but it's ever more about the people using the technology. I like to speak a lot about the people-first approach to Teams adoption and M365 in general. And in this video, I will tell you 5 different ways of how you can convince your C-level, your managers, to buy and invest in the Teams user adoption project, and why the investment is really worth it. But before we talk about money, you of course have to know how much you are spending money, how much the organization costs every minute, every hour. So I have a simplified example. Thank you, Tracy Wonderstiff, for the inspiration for the table. This is an example of how you can calculate how much every minute, every working hour pays in different roles in your organization. This is an example of a company who has a bit of different roles with junior workers, seniors, managers, and executives as well. And if we take a look at this table, 1 minute for one junior worker costs about 40 cents, and 1 minute for one executive worker is about €1.30. So of course executives' time is more valuable. But is it really so if you think about how many employees we have in our company? Because if you think about this organization has about 10,000 employees, about half of them are juniors and seniors, and just some of them work in the executive level in the organization. And then if we have 4,000 junior employees, every working minute they are doing will cost about €1,800 to the organization, whereas 1 minute for all the executives altogether is just roughly €66. And of course, this is super simplified example. Of course, you also have to take into account about licenses, all the other costs in the company than just the salary. But if you want some simple way of how you can really convince people to invest money in Teams adoption, stop right now, watching this video, make your own calculation based on your own company. When you have your own numbers, come back and continue. Okay, are you ready for the number 1 tip? Saving money by finding information faster. I hope you've done your own calculations, by the way, because we actually spend on average 60 minutes every week. Like 60 minutes just go into waste every single week because we try to search information, like SharePoint search doesn't find anything. And then we recreate information because we couldn't find what we originally searched. And what if we could invest in Teams adoption, trainings, coaching, champions network, support groups in Teams, in Yammer? And what if, with all of those measures, we could cut just 5 minutes of the 60 minutes lost every week? that 5 minutes, if you think about this imaginary company that has about 4,000 junior employees, cutting that 5 minutes will save the company over 400,000 euros. And if you take into account the whole company, all the employees in the company, all the different roles, just cutting 5 minutes every week will save you 1.5 million euros. So you could actually invest like 500,000 euros just to Teams adoption during a year, and still you would make about a million euros profits. I think that's a return on investment. And it's not only about finding information. You can also save money by having better meetings, having more effective meetings, and then maybe also having fewer meetings altogether. Because this is pretty sad numbers. The time we spend in meetings have over doubled since the pandemic started. And it's not only about the amount of meetings, it's also that meetings are longer, which is pretty surprising if I think about that. So yet again, if you can just cut 5 minutes from your meetings, use the shorter meeting settings in Outlook, make your hybrid meetings playbook, know where you store your meeting minutes, know how to store your action points, make the meetings more effective, and cut the 5 minutes from meetings in a week. Think about the 1.5 million euros you could actually save. And of course, it's not only about money, it's also about being effective and being productive at work. And studies also show that those back-to-back meetings actually eat your brains, and you are not being as effective if you don't have breaks during your working day. So shorter meetings save money, but also save your brain. But yeah, money is not everything. It's not only about money. It's also, of course, what you do with the time you save. If you save 5 minutes every week and you use the 5 minutes to drink 1 cup of more tea, then you are not really saving anything. It's about how you are really more productive and more effective with that saved amount of time. And one way you can be more effective is making decisions faster. And this is actually pretty interesting because Forrester did the study that how much an imaginary company can save if they are really using Teams effectively. And now I don't mean using Teams in meetings and chats, but really using Teams for teamwork, using Teams in collaboration. And they calculated almost 18% improvement in time to decision time. And if you think about modern nowadays business, which is really paced, really fast, going almost fast, really quick, if we can do decisions faster, find the information easier, have better, more effective meetings, that's actually saving us lots of money. And this Forrester study actually calculated that this 18% improvement would actually result in over 450,000 euros savings in 3 years. Okay, now we get to maybe my most favorite part of this, because yeah, everyone loves money. Money is money talks, money is the hard asset. But people, I love people, because people are the one that make all the money in companies. You really should care about your people, and technology, Teams, is all about people. So actually, if you take care of your employees, if you take care of your people, you save money by keeping your employees. Because I think all of us know, at least in the IT industry, that hiring people is pretty damn hard at the moment. And hiring people costs a lot at the moment. And think about that almost 40% of employees are somewhat likely or even extremely likely to consider changing employees this year. So how can you keep employees in your company? One tip, when I talk a lot about with my customers, with employees in different organizations, one thing that really frustrates them is IT. Like IT related problems. Information, too much meetings, not effective, not ways to handle your tasks. So what if you invest in Teams adoption, Teams training, and the day-to-day working life becomes a lot smoother? Employees may be a bit happier, they may be a bit more engaged, and they may stay in your company just a little while longer. Okay. And yeah, it's not only about keeping employees and keeping your people, but of course taking care of your people and keeping your employees happy. Because, yet again, like I love studies. There are so many great studies in here. If you have engaged employees, they are almost 1/5 more productive than employees than just are like working there. And if your employees are happy, maybe not even happy related to work, but happy because they just had a great lunch, they are actually over 10% more productive. And productiveness and effectiveness doesn't come from those back-to-back meetings or being super busy. It comes from happy and engaged employees. And this is super important because over 50% of the employees are more likely to prioritize their health and well-being over work than before a couple of years ago. And by being in touch with your employees, using, for example, Viva Insights, having one-to-ones, helping people to express their feelings, give praise, give kudos, be in touch with your employees. If you can make your employees happy, satisfied, engaged, you are actually saving money by investing in technical Teams adoption. Do check, but do it people first. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this short video. I hope you have an excellent conference, and I really also hope to see you next year in Commsverse. Bye bye!